Hello, everyone. My name is Zen God. I'm going to share with you some of the information that I've been researching regarding XRP. So there's always so much news, and it's always also good to sometimes go back in the past and see what we could find. So there's so much. I've been following it, spending hours and hours and hours and hours every single day, and I still can't even keep up. So I know a lot of people that follow this page are new to XRP. There's some other people here that are more advanced, so I'm going to try to keep a healthy balance between sharing information for a newbie, but then also sharing some cool information for some of you more advanced holders. But yeah, as you've seen, the YouTube video I had last night, I was talking about Gary Gensler. I actually showed you one of his videos where he was in MIT and he was actually teaching his class about the XRP and the Interledger protocol and how it all works. And then I found another connection. You always got to look in the connections. And I found this guy, XRP, You Amaze Me. That's a good name. It amazes me every day too. So one, Gensler equals new US SEC chair. So I don't know if he officially got announced, if he's officially in there, but that's all the talk that's happening. So let me just move forward. He lectures at MIT. MIT runs a validator for Ripple's consensus ledger. So remember we were talking about validators the other day? So there's a connection. He conducts research and teaches on blockchain technology, digital currency, financial technology, and public policy. He won MIT Sloan Outstanding Teacher Award. So it's funny that at MIT, they're teaching like the next future leaders because MIT produces a lot of the top people in the world. They're teaching them about blockchain, but most of the rest of the world, they're unaware of it. So that shows you that it has a place in the world if MIT is verifying that it's good. And what Gary was saying, I was watching the interview, that his blockchain classes, they're super high in demand, they're super packed, everybody wants to be involved. So that's a good sign for the future of the industry. So here's a little of his background, MIT management. There's Gary Gensler. And MIT, you always look it up. You look up Ripple, it's all on their website. MIT running a Ripple validator. And it's MIT Connection Science at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. So that's pretty exciting news. I was excited to find that connection. Another coin that's affiliated with MIT, I believe, is Algorand. I also have Algorand, so you might want to look into that because Gary Gensler, if he does get put in, of course, he's going to put the word in for Algorand as well. So there are other coins out there. Just I have the most fun researching and sharing the XRP news with you guys. So let's go back. I got a lot of tabs. I kind of forgot where my tabs were. So I'll just start from the beginning. Here's another way that you guys can connect. This is from Crypto Mommy. Actually, this is from someone else. I'll pull up the hashtag so you know. XRP King Glenn. So when you start seeing these like banks and stuff like that, you start seeing them talk about markets and transition. It's always good to just go look up if they're affiliated with Ripple. So the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, Hong Kong's one of the financial headquarters of the world, and they're talking about this big transition milestone that they just went through, and then you pull it up, and all of a sudden, Hong Kong Monetary Authority, Ripple's affiliated with them. We have to go all the way back to 2016 to see this. I mean, every stone I turn over, it seems like Ripple's already there. They're signing 2 customers a week, and when I mention customers, that's big time banks. Last video, I showed you the Interledger protocol, one of the 9th largest financial institutions in the world. So, I mean, you just look around, you'll see Ripple has already been everywhere. Hold on real quick. So I want to just recap from last video. So here's another good description right here of what the Interledger protocol looks like. So whatever you want on the other side, it goes through the XRP ledger and you can receive whatever currency within 8 seconds. Right now it takes between 2 and 6 days. So this is going to help the whole entire crypto market become more easily adopted because you can't go to Smith's or Albertsons or whatever grocery store you go to in your town and use Bitcoin. But with this protocol, there's going to be internet of value and you'll be able to. So that's pretty cool. Here's some new news that I wanted to break right now. Goldman Sachs, it's just the beginning. A tectonic shift took place in the world of crypto custody this week as Anchorage became a national bank and qualified custodian. Goldman Sachs soon with custody pet play. Goldman Sachs is the most powerful, the richest, more powerful than Bank of America, more powerful than JP Morgan. They're the richest institution. And a lot of people, the investors, say nothing happens without Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan. So Goldman Sachs is entering the game. And there's a special phrase, a tectonic shift took place. Tectonic. Now, remember I've been talking about language and keywords. Level playing field is used with XRP. A tectonic shift. I've specifically heard Brian Brooks mention a tectonic shift before. I was looking through his old videos. I couldn't find it. You're going to have to take my word for it, but he used that same phrase. We're moving into this technology is going to create a tectonic shift. He said that. So they're all in the same circle. They're all working together. And yeah, Goldman Sachs is coming to the game. That's huge. So let's watch this. Let's do a little video time together. This is Brian Brooks, and I believe he's speaking about the XRP ledger. If you remember the video I showed you last night, in that X I just showed you, how it goes through and it could change currencies. Now listen to what he says here.
Real use case of crypto is in a world of increasing integration and increasing globalization, it really makes no sense to think that anyone across borders who wants to transact with each other has to pay a foreign exchange fee to change yen into dollars, let's just say, and then also to pay a money transmitter for the act of hitting the send button and sending that money across a proprietary platform. Imagine if there was a single token that was recognized on both sides of that divide. And when you received it, you could cash it out into your local currency, and when I received it, I could cash it out into my local currency without the need to change it, right? Those kinds of things occupy so many trillions of dollars of friction in the system that it's, when people say there's no killer app of crypto, I sort of think, no. The killer app of crypto is the simplest application, which is avoiding frictions. That's what it's all about, much as the internet did for sending information.
Brian Brooks.
So everybody knows, a lot of people, I always recommend Bear of Old. That was a clip from his. It's easier to find that way. So a single token that was recognized by everybody. And then look at this paper that Brian Brooks wrote in 2018. America could lead the transition to a digital currency reserve. Remember I was talking about that there could be a digital reserve that's backed by gold, that they could instantly send the value and all the currencies in the world recognize it like gold. That's why there's X. X is a supranational currency. That means no one currency controls it. That's why gold is called like XAU. X, no country controls gold, so you put an X in front of it. So XRP, the exchange rate peg for the world for global trade, creating a level playing field, could possibly replace the dollar. It makes a lot more sense when you hear Brian Brooks explain it the way he just explained it. It saves trillions of dollars of friction in the system. Like I said, there's all these banks holding all these different assets. We could make it easier by just putting it into one digital asset, which is XRP. Then when you want to send pesos, you want to send dollars, you want to send gold, we're going to have an internet of value. So we're taking things to the next level. I suggest checking this out. So this also just came out today. I don't really like this Pomp guy. If you notice, whenever I watch XRP videos online, they seem to always traffic me to his page, or that one Raul guy, the Goldman guy, the pretty, like you have that nice voice and everything. But they always send me to either his video or the other guy, like Goldman Sachs guy. And they're always pushing Bitcoin down our throats. So I'm like, why? Like, I obviously I'm watching XRP. Why do you keep sending me all this stuff about that? So here's Pomp. He gets owned right here by Kevin O'Leary. And let me show you what goes down here. 1 second. Okay, sorry, I had to plug my computer in. It was about to run out of battery. So remember what Brian Brooks just spoke about, a single token that was like a bridge for everything. Now listen to Kevin O'Leary. Does he know something that he's not telling us? You know how I always say the media keeps XRP a secret. So really listen to his language and remember what you just listened to with Brian Brooks. It's almost very, very similar.
My issue around these special asset classes, let's drift back to Bitcoin because it is the granddaddy of all of the debates going on here. There would be tremendous value in a currency, a digital currency, and every time I talk to you about this, it's the same topic I look at. I look at the asset value of Bitcoin versus the asset value of all things traded, and Bitcoin is still a nothing burger, a giant nothing burger. And the reason I would argue that that's the case is you don't have every institution willing to play ball with it. But if there was an attempt to either take Bitcoin itself or some other currency, because I think Bitcoin's proven the first mile, there's no question about it. There's global interest in digital currency. But a digital currency that could be traded everywhere with a regulator agreeing to it and would be agnostic. In other words, you could trade it to buy assets in Switzerland, trade it to buy assets in France or in England or in the United States, and everybody would take that digital currency. Then you would have something, Pomp. Then you would have something of tremendous value, because that way I could keep half my net worth in the digital currency and just flow and trade and go in and out of things. I could buy groceries. I could buy a house with it. I'd be agnostic to it. That is a vision that's really attractive versus this tiny little thing that for some people is an outlier that in many ways is not liquid or not easily liquid. Like if I want to buy $1 million worth of Bitcoin right now, I got to do a fair amount of work to pull that off. It's not instantaneous. It's getting better, I agree.
So yeah, he mentioned if a coin was working with all the regulators, what do we see? We see that for the past like 10 years, I don't even know how many, 8 years, XRP has been working, Ripple has been working with all the regulators, and it's the most liquid asset in the world, very fast, instant. So it could be used for so many different areas, just like he was saying. He didn't specifically mention XRP. It sure as hell sounds it. And you got to remember, he's a shark. He's on Shark Tank. He doesn't want you to know about that. He wants to be the shark. He wants to buy it all up at these low prices if he is investing into it. You got to remember, these guys are sharks. They're not your friends, these people in these TV shows. He has another video that if we have enough time, he totally owns him on national TV as well. It's only 37 seconds. Let's watch it real quick. Coming from an investment mogul. Like, this guy has a TV show. This isn't just some Twitter investor. This isn't some random guy. This is a real deal investor. Let's watch. It's only 30 seconds.
And the reason they don't want to own that is they fear the regulator. Yeah. And watch what happens one day. And I'm waiting for this one. I'm waiting for the day that one of these regulators comes down hard on Bitcoin. Grown men are going to weep when that happens. Well, you'll never see a loss of capital like that ever in your life. Yeah, it'll be brutal. Okay, and I'm just saying, you got to get ready for it. To that point, listen, I'm ready to risk the rest of the. I got $52 here. I could lose it all, and I don't know where 1-800, operators are standing by to explain what happened. Yeah. It's not going to. And the reason they don't want to.
So we've heard that from a lot of investors. The other guy, I forgot his name, he said they ever found the owner of Bitcoin, that shit's going to zero faster than you can blink. So, yeah, there we go again. Does that sound familiar? Sound like what Kevin O'Leary was talking about? Sounds like what Brian Brooks was talking about? Would this make sense to be a new reserve? Would it? I don't know. I'm just speculating. So another big piece that came out today. This is some news, new article, Accenture, which is a Ripple partner. Why is ISO 20022 is I don't know how to say that, shift for payments? So it goes all into it, more strange anti-money laundering, lower cost, everything that XRP does, improve risk management. It does improve risk management, faster speed to market for new products. They are a Ripple partner. You could look that up. Liquidity trends, payment trends analysis. You could read through this whole thing. But the important thing to do is you go and just do a little bit more homework. Okay, what is ISO 2? You see Ripple talks about it right here. Shaping the future of cross-border payments. They have a whole article, right, all about it. This is the actual company ISO 20022, which is basically SWIFT. Talk about it here. So I thought this was funny. I'm not going to play this, but kind of giving you this clues. 22 right here, ISO 2 twos. If you're kind of looking at it from a quantum 2022. So it's kind of like a little clue, or maybe I'm just looking too deep into this. So we'll play a little bit.
Hi, I'm Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO here at Ripple. It's an honor and really a privilege for us to be one of the founding members of the International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications. This really is a pivotal time for the distributed ledger technology industry. It's critical that as an industry, we come together and engage with regulators and with governments globally. The work we're seeing with the European Commission is pivotal and can be leading in this effort. We're thrilled to be involved and look forward to being a leading participant.
Sound like
Hi, I'm Brad Garl.
Does that sound like what Kevin O'Leary was talking about? A coin that was working with all the regulators and governments would accept it. Now that he said, now that would be something massively valuable. Boom, boom. You guys have to be smart enough. You got to take care of your health, take care of your brain. Stop drinking the fluoride in the water, because sometimes you try to connect all these dots for people and they can't connect it. You're like, what's going? You give them this beautiful picture and they can't connect the dots. So make sure you're staying healthy, because most people can't see the vision. You guys can. So thank yourself that you guys. Okay, so Swift. You guys are like, what the fuck is Swift? Well, this is what's significant about it. Here it is right here. According to the document from U.S. Treasury, Swift handles about $5 trillion per day, or given about 250 business days per year, about $1.25 quadrillion a year. So what do a lot of the haters say about XRP? There's 100 billion coins. There's no way it could go up in value of 100 billion coins. We're talking about quadrillions of dollars. Like, wake up. We're talking about quadrillions of dollars, not billions. And once the regulators finally give it the green stamp, all the money is going to come in to the market, trillions, and the price is going to skyrocket. And I believe that's going to happen during this time period. All the exchanges have delisted XRP from purchasing on the exchanges, because I think there's going to be so much action going on that it's going to like shut down it would have shut down a lot of the exchanges, and a lot of other reasons too. It's not made for the public. It's made for banks and institutions. If you've been studying, you would know that. We talked about this. Okay. Wow, we went through everything. Let me show you guys some more things. I got some more time. We'll research together. So if you guys remember, I think I've talked about this already. Lagarde, she talked about Bitcoin. She calls for global regulation. President of the European Central Bank, Christine Lagarde, calls for global regulation. We already talked about this, I believe. But let me show you what's starting to happen. This came out today. So all of a sudden, Christine Lagarde's coming out and she's talking trash about it. They're gonna make me pay for this. So you guys agree Washington Post, like people say, is it credible? A lot of people say that. Here we have Seattle Times. Massive blackouts have hit Iran. The government is blaming Bitcoin mining. They're blaming the mining. We've always been talking about that's the weakness in Bitcoin, the overuse of energy. So while XRP is getting ready to take off, the narrative is flipping. And a lot of attacks are coming to Bitcoin. And what did Kevin O'Leary just said? Once regulation comes, grown men are going to weep. It's going to be the biggest loss of capital that people have seen in eons. So it can be regulated. Also, what Iran did, I'm not going to Google it for you guys, but they did, because of this, shut down a few of the Chinese Iranian mines. They shut down one of the mines. So that's significant. And while this massive pump is happening, let's watch this. If this isn't the biggest telltale, I don't know what is. Lindsay Lohan is now making predictions on crypto. They're laughing at the newbies. They're laughing at the novice people. And what you want to do in investing, according to Warren Buffett, you want to be fearful. Wait, let's start with the beginning. You want to be greedy when others are fearful. So when everyone's scared, like right now, everyone's scared of XRP because of the lawsuit. Keep in mind, we have 21 lawyers versus their 3, the most powerful lawyers in the world. We're $1 billion company. It's going to be an easy win for us. Not only do we have the most powerful lawyers, we have a former SEC chairman as a lawyer backing us. We know exactly how they play, and we're going to use this. We're going to be the first coin with complete regulation. All the other crypto coins are going to be following XRP, in my speculation. Lindsay Lohan's now making predictions on $100,000 Bitcoin. So let me say the quote again. I went on a tangent. So you want to be fearful. You want to be greedy when others are fearful. And you want to be fearful when others are greedy. So right now, everyone's greedy. Are they looking at Bitcoin because they want to invest because they want it to go to 100K and they want to make a bunch of money? Or are they looking at Bitcoin for the fundamentals, the use case, the problems it solves, the technology? No, they're only purchasing it because they think the price is going to go up. So I think this is the final straw. We got Lindsay Lohan talking about it. A lot of credible investors say once the media starts talking about it, the mainstream starts talking about it, that's your cue to sell. So maybe it goes up a little higher, but I don't think so. We also got the Tether lawsuit happening as we speak. So they're trying to get extract as much money as they can before the regulations that they know are coming come. Because once the regulation comes, we're going to see a massive correction. I do still think that Bitcoin can be used. I'm not one of the people that think it is. I just know that there is going to be a correction. And once XRP has the regulation and has the interledger protocol, then we'll be able to see a lot of these other cryptos become adopted. So yeah, I talked about a lot of different things today. I hope you guys learned something new. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I just do this for fun. But if I see some likes, I see some subscriptions, maybe even some comments showing some love, going to continue to motivate me to keep sharing this information with you guys. I really just put these videos together really quick right now, but the more views and everything, the more time I'll put into this. So I'm just going off the top of my head, just going straight through it. This is all just organic, but I'm going to keep doing these every day for you guys that want to learn more and learn. I mainly want to teach you guys how to do this yourself. So that way in the future, you don't need me and you could find out how to research everything yourself. So continue watching and hope to see you guys again soon.